I feel dirty creating this theme team. If you've been playing LB23, you know of the durability theme team, all revolving around Cal Ripken Jr. This captain card has caused me nightmares with how many times I've faced this theme team in a season. So since we're wrapping up season 3 and doing some late night scan videos where I break down my gameplay as I go, we're going to try out the durability theme team. And I'm going to go to the full extent just because it's what other people do. I'll pinch hit for Cal Ripken and probably won't give it an at-bat. And I will put in Austin Riley over there at third. This team is stupid. Like, this is one of those captains I don't love because it's taking a God Squad. Like, basically, most of these cards are God Squad cards. Like Griffey, Acuna, Bellinger, J-Ram, Adley, Soto are players I already use in my God Squad. I'm only putting in Bo and Corbin Carroll and Austin Riley, who are also God Squad caliber 99s to fit the boost. Oh yeah, and you got a bunch of other options too here at season 2. I'm also going to mess around. I'm going to try out the Tops Now theme team with Michael Lorenzen or Framber Valdez. I think we'll go for Framber. I feel like I like the sinker cutter mix out of him more. And I'm using the August Tops Now captain. You know, I thought it fun to try another captain. The bullpen stinks, that is for sure, in terms of the build. So after rotation, it's all just God Squad relievers. So we're going to play a game with this durability theme team. We're going to join the Cursed Folk, who use them a lot in solo ranked. They are definitely very popular, that is for sure. And we're going to see how we can do. I'm going to go to my custom stadium, good old-fashioned Scan Clan Stadium, or the Bing Bong Stadium. That's what I call it this year. Imagine, I don't even know the name of my own stadium. And we'll play a game. I have not been playing much of ranked this season. This is my second game of the season. Last video we did, which was Late Night Scan with the Yankee theme team, I kicked some butt. And I just played that just before this game. I'm recording them all in one sitting. And yes, it actually is late night here. I mean, it's 9 p.m. It's not really late night. It's just night. And I'll be playing for next couple hours, getting these videos all recorded. So if you do enjoy the Late Night Scan, I do appreciate you watching. And I hope you have watched the other ones if you haven't. Oh, we're facing Whitey Ford. That is something I did not expect. Okay. Let's see how that goes. But yeah. I've had fun with this series. It's fun just hopping on, trying out different cards, and I don't know how to feel. Do you want to see me get like sweaty in World Series for this? Or do you want to see me maybe mix up the different teams or the players I use and such and not really worry about my rating? Because I'm cool with not going for World Series pushes and stuff if it means making good content in this series. I'm at a point now where I feel like I don't need to make World Series, you know? I used to like feel like I need to every season because I wanted to get all the content and stuff, but yeah, I feel like I don't need to make that World Series push every season, especially if it means it's better content over here. So let me know what you think and what type of stuff you'd want to see on this series. But I will say what this series always will be me deep diving, talking through my strategy throughout games and stuff, and it will basically be uncut or entirely uncut like they have been for now, because in terms of recording and stuff, I have to do it this way. I don't have time to sit down and edit. But I don't know, maybe one day I'd love to be in a position where I have an editor to cut these down into something. I definitely don't have like the same amount of time to do it myself. That's why I kind of do these uncut. But who knows? Maybe we'll see how this evolves over time. But facing Whitey Ford, trying to get that pitch count up. He's definitely more of a controlled guy. He does not have a super meta mix. He just has sinker that you got to really worry about. His sinker's really nice and a really slow changeup. A lot of the pitches are slow, so it's going to be a game of telling myself to mentally sit back more than I expect. I just played Paul Skeens, so big contrast in the pitchers they're facing. Yeah, there's that slow changeup. This is the thing with Whitey Ford. He actually could be good. They're really slow changeup. He'll probably be really nice with whatever Yankee theme team we get next season, or it'll be this season. There's probably a pitcher that's available as a team captain. He'll probably be pretty neat in that scenario. But he's definitely not a super meta guy. You don't really see him used at all. That's just incredible take right there. Yes. He gave us a sinker high. Slapped it through. We're getting that pitch count up. You see, it's a lot. He's really just throwing mostly sinkers and then just slow stuff. He's probably going to try to get me to roll over on the ball with a slow pitch away here. That's a pitch I could have swung at, but I'm working pitch count here. Give me like a down away changeup. Oh, he did slider. Okay. Almost had the timing on that. I went back inside, so he was doing the whole get your eyes away and then come back inside. The thing is with someone like a Whitey Ford, that's a hang. Actually, that didn't even hang. That was just below the zone. It's a good swing. Literally just missed it. Whitey Ford does not have the same velo, where you're like, you have a very low bar to hit Whitey Ford. You just got to get your timing up for 92 on a sinker, basically. That's the toughest you got to do. So, like, pitchers like this are not bad to face in Hall of Fame. Like, I don't have to mentally sell out fastball here, you know? Like, I could always speed myself up and get that fastball with how slow it is, you know? This is more of a game of just intentionally sitting back and intentionally shifting my timing to be slower because how slow this man throws. Could have hit that. Thought it was going to go down instead of middle in. Wow, good pitch. I did not expect him to attack me up and in. Good pitch, man. Not the expected pitch there for me, that's for sure. And that's only hit 91. Wow. That's a pitch I thought I demolished. All right, well, good news is we got the pitch count up. I just missed a few swings yet again. This is a lot like last game I was talking about. With Skeens, I just missed a couple swings. Same theme here. Just missed 2 swings there that could have put us on a 3-0 lead. So I'm still feeling good despite that first inning not going our way perfectly. So yeah, we're pitching good old Framber. And Framber, I like his pitch mix. Obviously, has the sinker cutter, like the meta mix. But you see, the sinker's a little quicker. It's like 93 to 97 if we're comparing that to Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford is low 90s. And the cutter is low to mid 80s. It's a slow cutter. So you've got a fast sinker and a slow cutter. And those pitches look pretty similar a lot of the way through. And the thing with Framber, it's actually kind of interesting, is his changeup is faster than the cutter. So it's like, the timing is interesting with him. For a lot of pitchers, the sinker and the cutter are the fastest too. And then the changeup is significantly slower. But for Framber, it's almost backwards. You kind of got to get your timing all weird with them. You know, you got to swing quicker on a changeup than a cutter. And if you could read that depth on a changeup, it's easier to want to sit back on it. So it takes some people time to adjust on that. So it's a very interesting type of pitch mix. It's a downside he doesn't have a slider, and especially since he is a pitcher that I'm gonna do the cheese. I can't believe I'm doing this. I feel so gross. It's one of those things as well where he's not a strikeout guy. Like last game, I pitched with Nestor. He's not a strikeout guy. And even with the captain boost, we saw Framber only has like 80-something Ks per 9. So you're definitely pitching to contact with someone like him. And at the very least, he's got really good speed differentials on those pitches where he could get swings and misses. It's just not going to be as easy as with someone with higher Ks per 9. Probably leaning towards pitching with contact. Also, I will take that swing all day. Hanging curveball, literally just missed it yet again. Story of this game so far. If you throw a mistake pitch, I always am willing to swing at those. If I'm ready enough for them. And I definitely was for that. I like just missed it. Alright, low four seam, okay. I feel like he goes away here. Interesting, he's starting to throw the four seam a bit this at bat. Good take. I was kind of looking inside there. Didn't throw it in my zone. I'm still looking inside here. And that's a hanging slider. I'll take that swing all day. Threw a mistake, pitch 3-1. This is the thing with Whitey Ford. The slider and the changeup and stuff are so slow. When they float over the plate, it is so easy to read. You have such a good amount of time to react. Like you have so much time to just stare at that pitch, like, oh, that's a hanging breaking ball. Like that one. Like you have so much time, even in an inside pitch to a righty, to just sit back, watch that pitch to the plate, and like you could just stare at that pitch and acknowledge it's a hanger, and just give yourself way more enough time to react as such. And that's the thing with pitchers like Whitey Ford. You got to really play on the low velo, and you got to really bank on people being early, and you got to really make sure you don't hang pitches. Like you have to aim pitches very particularly right on the black or just outside the zone. You do not want to accidentally hang any pitch towards the center part of the plate. Wow, that's okay contact. That's a swing. Another one we just missed. So like, yeah, facing someone like a Whitey Ford, it's really about trying to read your opponent and try to almost eliminate the junk pitches. Because with a pitcher like him, they're going to be throwing a lot just on the black or try to get you chasing outside a zone. So you kind of want to take pitches. You kind of want to see where he throws those pitches often. You know, I'm going to make him try to dot that changeup instead of giving it to him, you know? Because you'll notice eventually they will hang a pitch. Or, you know, like he tried to backdoor curveball me on the black. And he's missed that spot both times. He's trying to use the curveball as a dot pitch instead of like a swing below the zone pitch. That's right down the middle. Thank you very much. We're going second. We are going second, and we're going to get in there. Oh, we got it perfect. Nice throw. It's one time I try to take that send too. I don't normally run like a psychopath on the bases, but I absolutely took that shot there. Good throw. But yeah, we're going to kind of do the opposite with Framber. This is kind of like a compare-contrast game between a lefty with not that dissimilar of a pitch mix with Framber in comparison to Whitey Ford. We're going to attack the zone with that sinker. That's tough to hit. That's a quick sinker. We're going to attack the zone early with that. You see he's late on that. He's going to probably anticipate swinging earlier now, and then you throw him a slow cutter. So this is the name of the game with Framber, I feel like. A lot of high velo sinkers. That's like the big pitch. And if your opponent adjusts on the fast stuff, then you start throwing the slow stuff. And you always keep them on their toes that way. I'm going to throw a curveball. I haven't thrown that at all. And it is his primary pitch. And you see he's got a pretty good par on it, which means he won't hang it often, which is good. But it's not the ideal primary pitch because, you know, primary pitches are pitches that you can throw all the time with no punishment. They have better pars, and you don't really get punished for spamming them often. So having a curveball as a primary pitch isn't ideal. But we got him 1-2 here. He was early on the way cutter. I'm going to throw a cutter just below the zone. Hopefully he thinks this is the sinker. Oh, that's just beautiful. That's why I like that changeup, man. It almost looks like the sinker so much of the way, and that sinker is going to be a problem for a lot of hitters. And now that we got that captain boost on for Framber, gets maxed out hits per 9. I feel like if there was any month you were going to run a Tops Now pitcher theme team, it would be for this month, because we've gotten 2 no-hitters. We got the Lorenzen and the Framber card. Both are going to have max hits per 9, and hopefully by the end of the month we get some more interesting guys. I know there's Yuri Perez on this team. Nice fastball. Not. It's so easy to hit that, man. It's so slow. Like, he got me that one time. He's not going to get me again. He ain't going to get me again on an up and in fastball. Oh, Hilton Smith. Okay. This guy likes his breaking ball pitchers. Just taking an educated guess, I feel like this player is probably a sub 700 player. And the reason I guess that isn't that he's playing bad or anything, but he's using a lot of breaking ball pitchers. And pitchers like this, I actually can't tell. Pitchers like this are typically used sub 700. There's a lot of people on All-Star, especially how slow the pitches are, have a really tough time slowing down on breaking stuff or even just not chasing them out of the zone. So it's at this part of the game where someone like a Hilton Smith would actually be interesting. Good pitch. That was my first time seeing that. Got to remember that he will go to that pitch sometimes. But yeah, it's on Hall of Fame, it's tougher. I mean, I should say it's in many cases easier to read those breaking balls, especially below the zone. It's like the pitches aren't that slow. They don't really feel as floaty on Hall of Fame, and they're kind of more snappy. You know? Like, I feel like 12-6 curveballs and curveballs are not nearly as effective on Hall of Fame. Like, I feel like in real life, those pitches are supposed to really, like, feel like they stay in the zone for a while. But, like, I'll throw this one here. The second you see the downward movement, it's probably not going to fool this guy. Oh, it did. Oh, really trying to make me look bad, game, huh? But, yeah, I don't like relying on curveballs on Hall of Fame difficulty. A lot of players have more patience and they don't chase below the zone. We'll throw this one below the zone. I mean, we'll see if he keeps doing it. Ooh, that one caught the zone a little bit, I feel like. It was definitely too close. I wanted that a little bit more buried. It's actually a solid swing for my opponent. Yeah, that was not buried enough. That was just below the zone. All right, so early, we're going to tunnel a circle change, go the same arm slot basically. Let's go just below the zone with this. That's fine. It's a good place to miss. Now let's come back with an inside sinker. Try to put it right on the corner here. Try to tunnel that. Oh, see, that's beautiful, man. You got a 90 mile per hour changeup. Throw that just below the zone. And then you throw a sinker, tunnel it in the same arm slot, but it's like 8 miles per hour quicker. You know? Really tough to read. Really quick 3 innings here, by the way. Woo! We were on that fastball. So, thing with Hilton Smith in comparison to, say, Whitey Ford is he's somewhat reliant on the breaking stuff. He's got a four seam and a sinker, but they're quicker. But also, I feel like the breaking stuff is worse. That changeup is good, very similar to what Whitey Ford's was. But he's got a 12-6 curve, which I find easier to take. So, someone like Hilton Smith, I'm starting to rely on that velo more. I'm starting to guess fastball a little bit more because it's quicker. It's tougher to just react to 99. You see, that one I was just late on. Had that have been Whitey Ford, no way I'm like just late or like late side of good on that, you know? So with Hilton Smith, I'm going to swing a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to try to be mentally ready to catch up to that velo because I want to hit the fastballs whenever I get them. Man, 3 straight really good swings. I'll take them all day. We're crushing the mistakes right now. That one just found the glove. Come on, keep attacking the zone, buddy. I will say Hilton Smith does have 99 on the 4-seam and then low 90s on the sinker. It could be tough to hit. The sinker, I'll be able to react that way too, but it's tougher to hit because you've got 99 on the 4-seam. I have to slow down to 92 on a sinker, you know? That is tougher. That is also a hanging changeup. That just ended up right down the popsicle stick. He's just hanging these breaking balls too much. I don't know what he's using for pitching. I don't know if he's intentionally aiming these pitches. But this is the thing with those breaking ball guys, man. You're relying on breaking stuff. You almost got to get weird with the pitches. You sometimes hang them. And holy smokes, we are destroying the mistakes this game. I am all over you, Hilton Smith. This is why I put pitchers like this low in my tier lists. Hilton Smith is tough to pitch with. He's got like some solid attributes, but not a great pitch mix. And you know, we're crushing every sort of hanging pitch. The changeup, the 12-6 and the slider don't feel different in velo to each other really.
1 and 2.
Like that changeup is the toughest pitch to read of the 3. The slider and the curveball, very easy to read. And there's that down in fastball again. There he was. I told you he wasn't gonna get me on it again. Well, he got me on that first one. Man, what an inning. This has become a wild inning very quickly. And it's really just become that way because we've crushed mistakes. He threw a lot of center cut breaking balls. We've crushed the fastballs. See, that's the pitch he has to throw more. Like, in a way, changeup. Because that pitch is the toughest breaking ball of his to hit. It's slow. It feels like it just kind of floats there. You kind of throw that in the lower half of the zone. It's very easy to roll over on that. But no, he's throwing a lot of changeups right down the middle. Probably an accident. And then also, just in general, a lot of hanging curveballs and sinkers that end up center plate. And then the only pitches he's been locating have been the four seam, and we've been demolishing them. Oh, good swing, buddy. That's unfortunate because you hit it right to Corbin Carroll. He sat back on that away cutter and just hit it right to him. Poor fella. Poor Jimbo. If you're watching this, can you get an F in the comments for Jimbo? Poor Jimbo having a rough one here. This is the thing. When I don't play ranked right away, and I'm chilling at 700 rating, I could probably kick some butt here. I mean, like, look at this game. This has kind of gotten wild. Let's see if we can get him on this up and in sinker. Let's see if this works. Framber is dicing him up. He's just early on the cutters on average. He's late on the sinkers. He's chased outside his zone on breaking stuff. Like, holy smokes. We're looking good right now, folks. This is a late night scan that's making me look good. That is for sure. I also do feel gross because this is the durability team, and this team is just unreal. Like, this team is partially the problem with captains, you know? Like, there are only like one or two captains like this that just boost a bunch of like God Squad cards. And like they become meta. This one definitely became meta. And like, even though the cards are expiring, like the captain's expiring, you know, people are gonna just end up wild carding Cal Ripken Jr. And you know what? They're not even gonna use Cal Ripken Jr. They're just gonna pinch hit him whenever he comes up, just like we did, because the game allows you to do that and still get the boost. And it wasn't even their original plan to do as such. It was supposed to use him for at least 6 innings, but it can't even do that. And I will say, I'm cool with the balancing of the MLB teams right now. You know, those captains aren't OP, which is definitely good. But this captain is like definitely a problem overall for the game because of how many really good cards are to have 99 durability. And it's also a very like random attribute. Like durability doesn't directly affect anything. And a lot of it's like a very inconsistent one. Like it is very tough to guess which players get 99 durability, you know? Now, a lot of them get like 95, 96, 97, like stuff like that. But like one player can get 98 for no reason. One can get 99. And it's like, it's different in like a speed team or like a position team or something where it's like, okay, this type of play, like, you know which type of players fit it. This durability team has got a lot of goons, you know? They just gave a lot of 99 durability cards. And they just did it, you know? And low-key, I think they partially boost cards with that durability attribute. Like, it doesn't actually do anything. But you could make some cards seem better than they are by boosting up that durability attribute, you know? Unless there's just some deeper meaning to durability I've never discovered over the last, like, few years of playing, I don't think that attribute does anything. So, like, players having 99 durability doesn't mean anything. So, you do it for the captain, you know, fine. But they made too many cards eligible for this team then. You know, that is a theme team reliant on just one attribute that doesn't do anything. So people are just going to want every card to have it. Like, too many people ran this as a God Squad. And then didn't even go for other content because it didn't have 99 durability. And that's problematic. Because, like, it's one thing when you have MLB teams, right? You have, like, people who play with theme teams. So they go for their favorite players on their favorite team. They run that team. you know, right? That's one thing. But when you have people not going for any content because they don't have 99 durability, for example, the reason it becomes a problem is because, dang it, that's his first hit. I want an outside of zone. Sad. I want to throw a perfect game one day, but that becomes a problem with the durability thing because you release a lot of 99s and a lot of them don't get 99 durability. And it's essentially, this is a God Squad. You know, people are getting God Squad cards in this team. Now they filter their cards to, okay, they need to be a God Squad player and they need to have that, you know? At least with teams like the shortstop theme team or like the catcher theme team, like the stuff like that that are like position based or, you know, not as crazy as this durability one. You know, like there are a lot of good players that have shortstop secondaries, but you know, you're getting some type of an like archetype of player on average throughout all of that. It's not the same as like a durability thing. Like you have so many like God Squad caliber players like Ellie, this Bo Bichette card, like Belly, Acuna, Adley, like it's one of those things where it's like they release so many top tier 99s that had 99 durability. Everyone just limited their scope to that and they had no consideration for any other content at all, which I feel like was problematic. But let me know in the comments, did you run this durability theme team at all? And I want to make it clear, it's nothing wrong with people doing it. It's a part of the game. They built the captain this way. I feel, and I'm cool that they did it because they were clearly experimenting with different attribute things, and durability is an attribute where it's like there's no use for it. No one ever looks at it at all. So now it gives you that reason to maybe want to look at it. It did create a kind of OP squad, I feel like, but you know, with how I look at captains, they're an opportunity to boost cards that most players wouldn't use. So, you know, maybe some lower tier 99s, maybe some 97s or stuff like that. So like they could be equivalent to a lot of 99s. It's there to even the playing field. And I think the durability captain wasn't there to even the playing field. It was there to boost something that's already really good. So I'm cool with them experimenting. We now know what happens with captains like this right now. And I feel like, you know, we're kind of limited this year. But like, it would be sick if captains could boost more than 4 attributes. That's a lot of what could help the MLB theme teams. You know, you can only choose 4 attributes to boost. A lot of times it's based on the captain you get. Also, a lot of teams need more cards. A lot of the problem with the captains is like there are a lot of teams like pitching staffs and offenses that don't get enough cards. So that boost isn't even a consideration. Like, I know people in the comments were telling me that they use a Pirates theme team and they still have a lot of bronze relievers. So like they either got to come out with some sort of solution or lower overall cards. I mean, my solution to it was, you know, instead of doing set collections, you do season collections. So any card that releases in a season counts for those set collections. The reason I say that is because now you could just have season cards where, you know, you have the set cards, which are your limited cards, and you could release a bunch of core cards that are not 97 overalls or not 99 overalls. Like, you could release 95 overall core cards for a lot of those program cards or event rewards, and you could still get collection progress for them because they released during a season. They would count for a season collection, you know? That's what I'd want to see. In my head, that's what I feel like works, because I feel like they want to make lower overall cards set cards, maybe for the rotation of things or for those set collections, but you kind of crutch yourself by making those cards not really usable at all. If you allowed teams to accrue diamonds all year as core cards for those theme teams, I think people could look at some of those lower overall diamonds as more positive, you know? Whether it's Tops Now cards, at least they're boosting those to 95s. Still doesn't make them God Squad worthy, and they're not going to work on most teams, but they at least have more purpose on theme teams now. But even still, you have also, what is up with these deep flyouts this game? I hate playing at Texas. We were talking about oh yeah, tops down stuff. Yeah, so like that is the thing with the captains and the theme teams. A lot of teams struggle because they don't have enough good content to use, and that's a general problem in the game. They release a lot of content that are theme team focused, and right now a lot of theme teams aren't good enough anyway, or there's not any purpose to really use theme teams, you know? It would have been cool if they had like events that required you to use captains more, or a specific mode maybe where it filters to you using a theme team, so there was more purpose for really building one up. So for people like us who play the game all the time, kind of hurts the experience a bit. I feel like a lot of people who play here and there aren't playing all the time can enjoy the theme teams, you know? Like Yankee theme team is very fun. It's very close to a God Squad. It's just not much of a reason to run it if you're playing the game all the time. And the way I look at it is, if you play the game all the time and you run a theme team, it's not even a fun way to play, because you, like for example, if I play the game every day and I want things to do on the game every day, and you release new content and that doesn't even make my theme team, what's the point in me grinding that new content, you know? I just want to play with my theme team, of course. So I think there's good in the captains. I think there is some ways to improve as well. And I think half of the problem comes in with the captains themselves and how much they actually do. Half of the problem comes in with how many cards you have available. And the durability captain is a theme team that had a lot of cards. Honestly, too many really good cards available. You have the MLB theme team captains, which a lot of them are solid boosts, actually really valuable in that sense, but don't have enough cards in many cases that are, you know, worth it to that. And then you just kind of have a bunch of captains that don't even get the light of day, you know? I have not really seen many people stick out the tall king captain and stuff. And then there's the problem with captains that you also have overlapping content where, you know, you may want to run a theme team type thing, but it just doesn't work because you have a 99 overall of that version of that player you want to use. Like if you're running the Jays theme team, you have to sacrifice 99 Vlad Jr. for the captain one. That's 92. I think it's either 92 or 95. I think it's 92. So like that's a problem. So I'm interested to see what they come up with. I don't think you'll see anything drastic this year, but I think there's only so much they could do with the game this year. They would need to work on solutions, probably starting this year, working into 24, and work on these mechanics, you know? I would love to see captains boost more than 4 attributes just to make some of them more valuable or more appealing. I'd also like to see more cards released to actually help the theme teams. And a lot of these things you probably wouldn't be able to see this year. Also, I love how I've just been mindlessly talking the last couple innings. Still haven't allowed any runs. I'm putting up good swings. It's just, heck in Texas here, man. It is tough to get any sort of deep line drives to land. You're not hitting many of them over the wall, that's for sure. The low elevation and the deep gaps to the right center and left center make it tough here, man. Every ball is hit like 92 miles an hour as well. That's also killing me. Like, the only time you're really getting over their heads if you're hitting perfects or really squaring it up. And I'm like just missing every single pitch. Yeah, I did swirl in the outfield. Don't play at this stadium, you silly goose. Actually, you know what? You know what? Do play at this stadium, you know? I'm not going to get on him for playing in the stadium. At the end of the day, we scored 8 runs. And it's honestly not a problem. Honestly, I want to get myself to play more MLB parks and not really worry about it. Because, you know what? I'm tired of playing stupid Shield Woods. minor league stadiums all the time. I want to play at different stadiums. I want things to look unique. So you know what? Maybe I will become more casual and stop worrying about MLB parks. You know, I'm winning games here anyway. I'm scoring runs. I could definitely play here on Hall of Fame. So maybe I should just dabble in it some more, you know? But yeah, it's funny. This has become a very quick ranked game. You're scoring a lot, and the last like few innings just been very quick. Hey, welcome to the pain train, buddy. I wonder which Bermuda that was. Probably the 99, right? It's interesting. Let's see. I want to see which Bermuda that was, because holy hell. He had like no exit velo on that. So it's this Real Muta. Okay. So I guess he has him wild carded. So yeah, I guess we'll just speed through the rest of this game here. We're at the home stretch. Let's just get our 3 outs. But yeah, as we head into season 4, there's going to be a lot of interesting content. So right now we've been doing theme teams or different stuff like that to wrap up season 2, because there were so many cards that didn't like try or really highlight in these that I wanted to do theme teams and stuff before season 3 ended. So if you're watching this during season 4, let me know in the comments what type of player you'd want to see me highlight or what type of card you want to see me debut. I don't know right now because I'm playing this during season 3, but I'd love to see which type of players you want to see me try or highlight in a late night scan video. And I'll make sure to do that for the next set that I end up recording. I'm really interested if Jimbo here is like thinking he's cooking in the lab here, you know, like, does he think he's really getting me off my game? Because I'll tell you what, I am just ranting while swinging at the plate here. And I'm swinging and missing and putting up some swings that aren't as good because of that. And then, right as I say that, we hit 2 straight really good swings in a row. And now it's 10-11 nothing. Oh, man. You know what? Good for Jimbo. He only used 2 pitchers here. He was like, you know what? I was down 8. Hilton Smith, you're coming in out of the pen. You have the stamina thing. Actually, no, wait, no. That should be fixed now, right? Gosh, I already forgot about that. But Hilton Smith is just the innings eater right here. You got to respect it. He came in here with a job, and it was to pitch like 5, 6, 7 innings out of the pen, and he has done as such. And a good old Framber has just shoved on the mound. He's gotten his job done. So, like, you know what? If you're playing ranked and, you know, maybe looking to try some different players, you should try the Tops Now pitching theme team. Also, you shouldn't do that. The man just ran all the way to the infield and expected me to stop running. What, do you think he was going to get me out at home there? What was he thinking? All right, let's get our 3 outs and end this game. Poor Jimbo, man. Jimbo got really humbled this game, you know? Jimbo slice. All right, so I wanted to showcase bunt defense last video. I'll show you all now. You want to get the second baseman in 2, because they could put a good bunt down to 3rd, and down to 2nd. And normal depth bunt defense second baseman probably doesn't field it, so moving them in helps a lot. Also, just throwing a bunch of inside sinkers can help. Now I'll put you back normal. Are you trying to bunt out? Or are you trying to bunt for a hit? Buddy, you're down 12. A bunt single isn't going to help you at all. It definitely is not going to help you at all. Just swing the twig.
1-2.
All right, we'll hit him with a high 4-seam here. Belly's got a tall strike zone. Swoop. Thank you very much. 1 out left. Did we have a complete game shutty with Framber Valdez? I mean, I have not been playing much of Season 3 here at the back end here. Framber's pretty neat. Kind of wish I was able to use him a little bit more. Pretty neat little pitcher here. Him and Lorenzen might be pretty fun. Kind of want to try Lorenzen at some point. So, you know, maybe we'll whip out the Tops Now theme team again, and we'll bring out Michael Lorenzen for a game. I did have an idea to try to, like, challenge myself to throw a no-hitter perfect game at some point. It would make sense to use a card for a no-hitter. So, might end up doing that down the road here on the main channel. Buddy, he's got, oh, defensive indifference. I'll say he's got 60 speed. Why are you trying to steal? Now you get a sinker in on the hands off the plate. GG's. Good game for the durability squad. I feel like a cheesehead, even though he played really well, and I deserved that win. I feel a little dirty because this team is so stupid and how good it is. But, yeah, I appreciate you all watching this episode of Late Night Scan. That's a durability theme team. I will not use this team again because it gives me PTSD facing it all the time. I will be using my God Squads and such as normal, as you would expect, and maybe dabble in some other theme teams the right way. But for those of you that want to see how good this theme team was, now you know in case you didn't. Well, y'all have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you all watching the Late Night Scans, and feel free to watch some more over here. I have a whole playlist of them as I keep on uploading them. Feel free to binge them. But you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again on the next one.